Hey guys, it's Maddie from CraftyLore, and I have a design team project from Jarf at Medieval Mirage. I created 2 books. The second book I will show you guys towards the end of this video. That will be my giveaway journal. It is nearly complete. I'm waiting for an item to arrive in the mail for me to finish the book. I also have to sew in the signatures to that book, but everything's basically done. I just actually need to put it together. So I have to record this video because I am mailing this out to the lovely Andrea. I will link her site down below. She's also a journal maker. So this book is 7.5 by 5 inches with a 3-inch spine, and there is a locket mechanism on the very front of it. I used metallic paints and glossy accents to give like this emboss effect to the filigree pattern on the very front cover. And this book features 3 signatures with roughly about 180 or 190 pages. And your book is stuff. It is massive. Andrea, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to keep my books nice and slim. I try. Like you guys will see towards the end of the video, my giveaway journal, the book is normal. But I know when I'm finally complete with it, it's not going to be normal. So I have a modified envelope on the very end page part here, and it's magnetic and you can flip it upside down. It has like a side tuck with a petite journaling card from one of Jarf's kits. I think I used like maybe 4 of her kits in this book. I'm not quite certain. And what you see here is going to be very similar to what will be in my giveaway journal. So just to give you guys an idea, but I will show you guys what it looks like. So this beautiful authentic French ephemera piece is from Catherine on Etsy, and I will link her site down below, but I just love the pieces that I buy from her. They're just gorgeous, and I thought Andrea would really appreciate that. And each of my signatures will feature a page like this with a magnetic flip. And inside the magnetic flip, there's going to be pictures of flowers and like a journaling piece for you to write out your thoughts. And here I'm just showing that I hand painted with metallic paints all of that pattern to give like this illuminated effect. It took quite a long time to do. And I used glossy accents to make the gems. So it's very, very pretty. I just love the way it looks. And then I have a Wendy inspired pocket flip here. I just use my hardware like I normally do in my journals, and I did a lot of collaging. A lot of these pages you'll see some collages and some die cuts, and yeah, and I have some beautiful ephemera pieces from Jarf's kits. So pretty. And I have some mulberry paper, a lot of these old pages from like books from like the 1920s, and definitely did a lot of die cutting in here. And this page here, I just love this page right there, the one I'm touching from Jarf's kit. I always use this page. I gravitate towards this particular page. I don't know why. It's just so pretty. And then on the right hand side, I'm touching this authentic French ephemera piece from Catherine's shop. And here I have some vintage book pages for you to use to collage with, Andrea. And they tear very easily, so be careful. It's quite fragile, despite that it's thick. I have some pressed baby's breath there that I Mod Podged so that way it doesn't rub off, and it's held there by some sealing wax. Those circular cutouts, I put in some pressed plants, and then there's like another little magnetic locket flip there featuring one of Jarf's beautiful floral ladies. And this page in particular is from one of my illuminated manuscript books. So this type of page is probably from like the 1970s, I think. And then I have this beautiful fabric tag that I stamped on, and I scrap lifted this idea from the lovely Sue at Paper Inspirations. I think this is a brilliant idea, Sue. I think I will be using this in most of my journals. This fabric tag is just so pretty. It's such a brilliant idea. I love it. And The opposite page features this beautiful butterfly die cut. I think I got this die from AliExpress. I don't remember which shop because I use so many shops on AliExpress. And then this beautiful floral stamp is from Rosie's Atelier shop. I think I did a video, one of my journaling sessions, featuring this stamp. I love this stamp. So I just stamped that on some cloth paper there for Andrea, and then I made a laminated pressed plant side tuck there. Those are real pressed plants. Did some more die cutting with metallic paints and one of Jarf's beautiful floral ladies. Just love that image, so pretty. And then that little floral piece is from Jarf's kit on top of authentic French ephemera from the late 1800s, I believe. It's like a little collage piece there. I did lots of gessoing on some of the pages. This is embossed metallic cardstock there, and some charms that I put on there. So pretty. And then this other charm, I love this piece right here because I put in some pressed babies flowers. So pretty. I used tweezers to help me do it, and then I glossy accent to help seal it in. So it's my first attempt doing it. I love how it looks, but there's always room for perfection, and so it's really pretty. I'll be using that later on. And so I did some collage work on the part right there, some fabric collaging, and it opens up to reveal like where you can do some secret journaling. And the other pages, I did some rose stenciling. It was a beautiful rose stencil that I got from AliExpress. And let's see, what else do I have? Oh, and the next page, I have this beautiful ephemera piece from Jarf's kit with this flower that I encase in some salvage acetate wrapping. And I put that on lobster clasps, so that way you could remove that if you like, Andrea. Even though I don't really think it adds that much bulk to it. I think it's mostly the fabric and the extra pages I put into your book. I don't know. When I shared the giveaway journal towards the end of this video, you guys will see like my books do start off normal. It's just the embellishments, the pieces that I add to it. It's just, I need to stop. I am addicted. I have a problem. This is a very big problem that I have. I don't know how to stop myself from adding more. And I think part of it is because of my ADHD. Is like once I have all of these thoughts running around in my head, and then once I have this particular idea, I have to do it no matter what. And then I become hyper-focused. It's very odd. and I used to think everybody thought this way, like I did. I got diagnosed with ADHD probably towards the last year of my nursing education, because I was having some bad anxiety, and I'm not an anxious person. I don't get anxious, but for some reason I was getting these like not anxiety attacks, but I was becoming super anxious, and I was almost feeling like I should just quit nursing school. This was like 7 years ago. But anyways, so I finally, my best friend, he talked me into seeing a psychiatrist. And my mom, she abhors these doctors. She doesn't think they know what they're doing, that you shouldn't see them. So anyways, I don't know why I brought that up, but I went and saw him, and we talked for about an hour, and then he finally told me, after he let me have my say, he asked me so many questions. He said to me, you do have anxiety, but it stems from your ADHD. I'm like, what? ADHD? Like, isn't that something that kids have? And so he explained to me that there are some adults who do get diagnosed late in life, and he asked me like, how come none of the doctors have noticed this from before? And so I had to explain to him, well, my mom never really took us kids to see any doctors. You know, for one, we were very healthy, and two, my mom doesn't trust the whole doctor world thing. So yeah, so he put me on Adderall, and it was the first time I experienced where I could have a single thought and let it only be that. I didn't realize that my thoughts were all jumbled together. It was, I guess it's like, the best way to describe it is it's like a cloud of all of these randomness, of all of these random thoughts, right? And this is how I went on with my life as a child, as an adolescent, and as an adult. I had all of these thoughts running around in my head, and I thought everyone thought like I did. So I'm great at multitasking. I'm good at these type of things. But if you ask me to do something simple, and if I am not interested at all in this simple task that you set me on, I am probably not going to do it. I will get distracted very easily, and I will be on to something else within 15 minutes maybe, give or take. So yeah, so the medication, I don't take it all the time, but when I do take it, I do notice a huge difference where I can actually stay focused on something I'm doing. And then you guys are probably sitting there thinking, well, Maddie, how come you haven't been on your medication? Like, why is it taking you so long to put a video up on YouTube to do these books? Where's our giveaway journal? And the reason for this is because of I've had a few things occur in my life towards the beginning of this year, and it has not been a good start of the year for me, to be honest. And had somebody pass away that I was very, very close to, and then I lost my job, and it's been quite chaotic. And I think I might be depressed. I'm not used to this foreign feeling. I think partially because when things like that, when bad things happen to you, or to me, anyways, I tend to not dwell on it too much. I just take it in stride and move on to the next thing. I don't really deal with it, I suppose. So this year is a little bit tougher, but I will overcome it. And yeah, I'm happy to say that I finally did get a job. I have to take a few certification classes in order to stay employed with this hospital. I have to get chemo certified, so I'm going to be working on a chemo med-surg floor. And yeah, so people that I'm working with, they seem to be very family oriented. They help each other out, so that's really nice. And I like the director of the unit, and I'll be taking care of the same community that I did over at the other hospital that I used to work at before they closed down. And so it's just basically getting settled in my new situation. But I will say that my zeal for crafting hasn't left. It's just been put on the back burner for the moment until things are settled down and I feel more secure in my job. So I will be putting up another video for the giveaway journal, hopefully by next week. I can't promise it will be by next week, but I'm hoping it will be by next week. I'm just waiting for an item from Etsy to arrive, and it's taking quite a while. And I'm gonna try to not overstuff my giveaway journal like I do with all of my journals. It's probably going to have an alligator mouth, but at least whoever the winner will be, you will love the journal. I'm sure of it. I put 150% in all of the journals that I make, and I'm all about the details. I love the mini collages. I love the fabric collages. I love my little metal hardware pieces. I love secret spots. I love anything petite, like mini booklets and whatnot, and flip outs and tip-ins and secret pockets and ghost pockets, and I love doing all of those things. I think if I could just make like only the embellishments, I think I would be happy. If somebody could make the book for me, And then I just added only the detail bits, like all of everything I just stated earlier. Then I would be completely happy, because that's where I get the most joy. To me, it's more work in actually sewing the signatures in, and dealing with all of that, putting the pages together. What I really love to do is the details. So I think that's where I excel in my journals. So I will do my best to keep the giveaway journal as slim as possible, but it's going to be basically like this book that I have for Andrea. But you could, Andrea, go ahead and snip off one of the fold out pieces of this tip-in that I put in to help decrease some of the bulk of this piece that I'm going to turn over now. So on this page here you have a pressed flower and one of Jarf's ephemera pieces encased in some acetates. I have some notepad paper from Jarf's kit that I did some rose stenciling on the back of the pages. And then there is a Numi Jasmine Green Tea petite booklet there. And inside you'll find a variety of paper with, I think I have like a petite little tag in there. But yeah, so you can definitely snip off one end of this tip-in that I put in your book, Andrea, to help decrease some of the bulk. That's definitely doable. And then what I would do is probably use like some type of distress ink to darken the edge of where you cut or where you snip off at, and then you can use that piece that you cut out as like a tag or like a bookmark or something like that. So you definitely can do that to help decrease some of the bulk. I just need to learn how to not make such huge books. And I know Sue's made fun of me, and because I think in one of my Instagram posts I had said something to the effect of making a bigger spine, and because before I used to only make like 2-inch, maybe 2.5-inch spine for my books. That's what I always did, and these books would come out with like these alligator mouths, and I just couldn't stop. So I figured, well, if I increase the width of the spine, then I won't have such a huge alligator mouth. And I said something like that, to that effect, on Instagram, and she made fun and said, well, it doesn't matter how large the spine, and the book's going to be rather beastly. And she's right. If I had made this book, Andrea's book, a 6-inch spine, it would still feature an alligator mouth, because I just can't seem to stop with all of my little detailing, all of the embellishment bits that I put into this book, or in any book actually that I create. So at least you're if anyone were to buy my books, you're getting their money's worth, that's for sure, because I put all of my heart into it. So, and I've mentioned in my previous videos that I would rather get a book that is full of themes than a book that is mostly blank. So yeah, whoever gets or whoever buys my journals, they will be getting a lot of things. They'll be getting everything that is me. So I have another Wendy inspired pocket flip here, and all of my collage work, as you can see, with some die cuts. There's layers upon layers of collages, and then some ephemera pieces from one of Jarf's many kits that I've used. I think I mentioned I use about 4 kits. And oh, I love this piece right here. It's so beautiful. I think one day I will make a journal featuring that lady there. Very pretty. And that's just mulberry paper with some flower petals. I did so much talking that I've actually sort of lost track of where I'm at in this journal. I think I might be in the last signature. Some pretty flower trim there, and there's like a fabric side tuck there with the little bookmark that I made, a vellum page there, and I used some glittered gel pen to accent those flowers. Did some stenciling and the collage piece in the upper left hand corner, and there is a accounting page, I believe from the 1930s, that features secret journaling spots. Then I have some beautiful dusty rose trim there, some rhinestones, mini pages, stenciled coffee page with this vintage cotton trim that I put some beautiful crystals on, and I did some collage there on the back with some die cuts. And then after the mulberry page, you'll see like a fabric flip there, another beautiful design from Jarf's kits. And here I have like a mini, oh, this piece comes from one of my tea bags, and on the back it says, if you want to be a happy bee. And I think that's Leo Tolstoy. I can't really read that because I don't have my glasses on me. But if you lift that up, it reveals a quote from Jarf: "The grace of a blossom tree, as regal as a bride." And I think that's so pretty. Very beautiful. And behind that page, I have a ephemera piece from Jarf's kits. So you can just flip that up. And then on the opposite page, you have a beautiful floral fabric flip up there. So pretty. I wish I had more of that fabric, but that is the last piece that I have. Then I have a public domain postcard that I sewed onto back of a floral page of somebody's house in the garden, I believe. Then you'll find some mini pages, and then this beautiful acetate flower tag on lobster clasp, and then a poem that I printed out from one of Jarf's kits. I don't think this is her poem because of the year that's on there, and I think she has the name of the author of that poem. Then I did some collaging on the following pages, so some gesso and stenciling, another illuminated page of Jarf's, and I love this huge centerpiece from Jarf's kit. And another beautiful floral girl there. More mini pages, and I have another envelope here with what did I put inside that envelope? I think I put like one of Jarf's like postage stamps and mini journaling cards. I think I might have tied them with some string, some vintage string. Yeah. And they're so pretty. And I put an eyelet there on each of those pieces, and I backed them all on 1920s botany book. And then some more mini pages there, and then I have like a bookmark that I made in a side tuck from one of Jarf's kits. There's beautiful floral piece there, and I think like some scraps from Jarf's, from one of Jarf's kits there. And then you could just use that as a bookmark. That's what I usually do in my own journals. And I thought the colors went very well together. It's beautiful. Then I have a side tuck there, and I didn't put in any ephemera pieces in a lot of these side tucks that I created because this book is quite massive already. I have another envelope piece from Jarf that I have a journaling card backed on, I believe, 1920s book page. And I have some beads on those strings there. So pretty. And I flip out there, revealing a secret journaling spot, a mini page with some coffee dyed lace on imprint on that page, some more mulberry paper, and a tip in right there. That's like a fabric stamped piece there. Open it up and reveals one of Jarf's ephemera pieces. That's so beautiful. And I gold gilded all of the pages by hand, so each page has some gold gilding and some gold streaks throughout. another vellum window pane. I flip up there. Some more gessoed mini pages so that way you can write out all your thoughts, and the end of that signature. So I did some paper weaving on this modified envelope. There's a pocket with a journaling card, and as I tucked there, I didn't put anything in that because this book is quite huge. And so that is Andrea's book here, and I think in a second I grab my giveaway journal. I wanted to show you guys where I am at in this journal. And I wasn't going to record Andrea's book until I had the giveaway journal done, but as I've mentioned in the beginning of this video, I have to post Andrea's book in the mail, so that's why you guys are seeing this and not the flip through of this giveaway journal here. So Andrea's book was originally this size. It was this is a normal width of the book. It's a 3-inch spine. It's again 7.5 by 5 inches. It's going to have 3 signatures. They're not sewn in yet. All of the signatures are done. I just need to sew them in. And it's basically going to look like Andrea's book, except the book cover and the spine, it's different. Now this spine took a long time to do, almost 2 hours, because I made so Jarf has these like postage stamps, and I made tiles using glossy accents, and some of them kept cracking on me when I was trying to put them on the spine. So the tiles that are on the back of that spine, they're not cracked at all. Those are perfect. But it took a long time, and I went through so many design elements. So, and these picture hangers, those will be the closure for this book. I'm in between using either chain or cloth as the binding or a closure for this book, and I think I might go with chain. One of the items that I'm waiting for from Etsy is the cloth pieces, because I have the chain with me. So I'm just waiting for those pieces to come in through the mail so I can figure out how I want to what closure I want for this book, but I'm probably going to go with the chain. And so I think that's pretty much it, guys. I should have the giveaway journal up hopefully within next week. Like I said, I can't promise that the video will be up within next week, but that's my plan. I'm just waiting on this Etsy seller to send me my purchase so I can complete this book. But yeah, so this beautiful book will be my giveaway journal. I might post another video up before I do the giveaway journal of some happy mail that I received from a talented journal maker named Betty Calkins. I think I pronounced her last name correctly, but she's the mom of Kelly Snow from Junk Journal Junkies, and she had made me a beautiful journal called The Dark Forest, and they are both extremely talented journal makers, so can't wait to post that video up so you guys can see her work. But in the meantime, guys, I want to thank you all for watching and for your support, and I will get back to you soon. Bye.